Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for finding the time and desire to understand what's happening in the sky and as well to understand yourself better. And with that, you can improve your soul process and you can see a different journey this lifetime. I want to start this video with a couple really positive notes because this month it's a super special month for a variety of reasons and is as well one of the most balanced months of 2022. And it's really great because this month's so crucial, so extremely important. This month will determine what's happened next year to come. You will ask why. Now, if you're new to my channel, it's I'm not just explain here just astrological combination. We're trying to tune more deep and understand what's really happening on the soul level and with the tool of Kabbalistic tools as well. And according to Kabbalah, a person's vessel, what is really vessel? Vessel is our desire, the light we have within us, right? It's for receiving energy in the coming year. It's really based on person consciousness during this months of Elul. Elul is the month of Virgo in Hebrew. It's according to the moon calendar, Kabbalistic calendar, right? What it's mean? It's really by taking time this month of study, of elevating our consciousness to practically, because remember, Virgo, it's very practical sign, by practically apply really practical tools day by day to really make changes that can not just improve our life, we can come to the time of the two judgment days. Remember, we have Rosh Hashanah, the new year of the soul. It's coming this month, and every day it's like a golden day. And I do recommend for you guys to check my Facebook page, and you will see every day I'm posting right now recommendation and tools for each day, what's really to apply immediately. And you will find them very simple, and you will say, really, those simple tools can really make some changes big time, because really light, it's simple. And many times we're trying to complicate and we're looking for complex knowledge in order for us to be, more excited. But then what is really this knowledge does to us? What really, how on daily living on day to day we can really apply, and it's not just improving our lives, the people who around us, they can see, then it's really, it's not just easy to be with us, they feel more nourished by us, they feel more understood and accepted by us while we're going through our own process, when we absolutely cannot look at anyone on perfection. This is the time of absolutely internal personal growth. Okay, guys, extremely, extremely important. Now, I want to tell you what's really happening this month. Remember, every week I'm doing my weekly prognosis, and in weekly prognosis I'm going to give you a little bit more in depth of what's going to happen in the sky. And as well, we do have a couple important changes we better to be aware in order to improve, in order for us to work together with the sky, right? Now, what we have in really, you remember Venus, it's in Leo, and it starts from August 31st until September 23rd. Now, remember, Virgo in Leo, she's very daring, and she's really represent water energy, even though she came from the sign of Taurus and sign of Libra, but really in her nature, she represents water energy, right? And when she's in Leo, she's more daring, sometimes very outspoken, but the way how to work with this energy, it's really to apply diplomatic tools for Venus. But Venus, beautiful. Everyone during this period of time want to be more gracious, more noble, but we need to understand how to work with the pride and ego, because Venus really getting a lot of pride from the sun in this combination. And again, I will make new video which is will connect for 12 signs and just explain to you a little bit more in depth. Then we have Mars in Taurus, and Mars in Taurus, it's actually start in October 10. I made video, and until October 15. Extremely important, because he's going to come back again to Taurus by end of the October, and he's going to stay in Taurus until next March. And this is one of the longest Mars station in Taurus. We're going to have a small break between and then back. So I made another video and I'm going to make another video. What's really important for us to understand, every time Venus move to a different sign, it's going to affect the Mars in Taurus. Why? Because Taurus represented by Venus and Mars right now as a guest in a vessel of Taurus, right? Every time when certain planet with his energy come into a different house, which is house represented by different sign, she needs to work with the energy with the vessel according to the sign of this house. And because Mars in Taurus, Venus right now in Leo, so Mars becoming even more daring, okay? So, and especially right now, what an opportunity for us uh, by, so to say, be challenged by this energy, but in the same time, it's opportunity for us to see this not as a challenge, it's something then we have a great ability to transform and to use our spiritual tools, right? So it's really important. And again, I will make another video about Mars. As I said, my first video, I'm going to follow with other few videos because Mars changing his energy and it's really important. As well, soon I'm going to give you some dates, which is dates are more positive and dates it's really good for the business, for signing agreements and to create something new and to have important meetings. And as well, some days it's better to stay a little bit low profile and take care of more your internal and your emotional health. Okay, so Mercury retrograde this month, and it will start on at night. It's September 9th, and already September 10th, Mercury will start full retrograde until October 1st. And you know, Mercury in Virgo is one of the best position in Mercury. In the whole year, we have Mercury in you know, in the earth signs. It's more stable. We can be more focused on a practical level to prepare for 2023. Okay, so next we're going to have a full moon in Aquarius on September 10th, and it's going to be Shabbat. It's going to be Saturday. So it's high prophecy. And you know, according to ancient, this particular full moon, it's we're starting the process until new moon, connecting to our ancestor lineage. How great it is. You will think like, how cosmos. You know, when I'm looking at the combination this month, I have to tell you guys, I think it's such a high consciousness create this computer system, this whole program to help us to prepare for most important days of our life before the next year, right? Because as the book of life will be open for us, and will next year will be determined how much money we're going to have, our children, sustenance, partnership, everything determined in 2 days of Rosh Hashanah, which is going to be September 25th at night until September 27th. We're going to have 2 days. If you don't know nothing about, definitely follow the links I'm going to leave before, and follow with my Facebook. I always provide a lot of information about, and it's absolutely amazing. This full moon, it's extremely important full moon, and it's what the opportunity we're going to have on Shabbat, on Saturday. We're going to have extra angels, extra support, extra blessings, and remember, our work extremely important to our ancestral lineage. What's happened in the past and what's coming in the future. We determine now the blessings, and we can change a lot of things. It's extremely important to work with your ancestral lineage. You know, if you're my client, my student, you know, when we're working on your chart, we touch up on your ancestral lineages. We really want to understand, because without understand the past, where we came from, we cannot be fully present future, and we cannot bring enough you know, complete blessings for the future. And now it's really, really important. Now on September 16 to October 17, we have a sun, according to sidereal system, it's getting to Virgo. So September 16 in until Rosh Hashanah, those really, you know, 10 days, is going to be extremely important. We're going to have a real energy of Virgo on every possible level, not just on the moon calendar, it's actually in the solar sidereal system, direct sky. We're going to feel, and we're going to really have a huge desire to analyze other people. We're going to really have a huge desire to be more picky, to be more only on yourself. There's nothing, nobody exists on a level to analyze anyone except yourself. This is just, we really, really want to understand, to be clear, in order for us to arrive with proper consciousness on days of Rosh Hashanah, and to be prepared to claim our birthright, our blessings. But we cannot come to Creator and ask for blessings without making our own effort. This is very clear. This is how cosmic energy work and universe work. Okay, guys, so it's really, really important. Now, Jupiter, which is, he's going to be in retrogression, right? He's going to be in opposition with Mercury. And I post on my Facebook as well, and I'm going to tell you after the days. It's extremely interesting days with Jupiter and Mercury. It's going to provide us divine inspiration, creativity. When those two exchange with the mental, Mercury with the mental energy, and Jupiter exchange with the prophecy altogether, it's amazing cocktail for our soul and our mind. It's like our soul with our mind combined, the spirituality with the logic. It's almost like a bina with chachma, creating the central column energy. If you know the three of life reality. So it's extremely important days. Again, I'm gonna go with you guys a little bit more in depth. The days which is positive and days a little bit more challenged. Now we have Venus in Virgo. Again, it's changing. Venus, same months. Venus going to change her position on September 23rd until October 17th in Virgo. So right away, when I'm saying that Venus changing her sign, we need to think right away what's happening with Mars. And it's actually excellent for the Mars if you think, because Mars can be a little bit more almost like a teacher will be watching Mars. Now, again, the whole month extremely important for our health, to evaluate what we eat, how we eat. Remember, Virgo, it's all about health consciousness. And what is the better time to learn about herbs, natural medicine, holistic medicine, in order to understand your body and to become your own healer? Because Virgo, the cosmic energy of the Virgo, was provided to us in order for us to tune inside of our essence and to claim and to refresh our memory, everything we already knew from past lives, what is really to be healer. But without learning, study, we cannot refresh our memory. Okay. And then we have a new moon in Virgo, which is energetically, it's going to be in moon calendar. It's going to be in Libra. It's going to be in September 25th. By the way, I recommend for you guys to watch my video on new moon I made last week. And I explained a little bit more in depth about the energy of September 25th and 26th, and about months, and about energy of Libra with connection to the Rosh Hashanah. And again, September 25th, 27, we have 2 judgment days. I know it sounds tough, judgment days, but if we look more in depth, what's really meant by judgment day, this is the day we arrive with everything we accomplish, all our past lifetimes, everything we accomplished this lifetime. We're going to stand in front of creation. We're going to do our prayers. We're going to do special meditation in order for us to ask for the new year to come with full of blessings and sustenance and, clairvoyance, divine inspiration. We say Ruach HaKodesh. Yes, because we do have on Rosh Hashanah, there's a few opportunities we have to ask for 3 blessings. We ask for righteous children, we ask for prosperity, and we ask for divine inspiration, Ruach HaKodesh. And my teacher, Rav Burke and Tzaddikim, the Kabbalist, always ask, in nutshell, if you want everything, you should always ask for divine inspiration, Ruach HaKodesh, because with that, you get everything what you need. How amazing, right? Now, I want to go through with you guys couple positive days, but they're going to be positive with some little bit of contradiction, like everything in our life. For example, we have a really super energy on September 3rd, September 18, and October 12. I'm jumping because it's everything connect to Mercury. In Hebrew, it's called Kochav, star, and in opposition with Jupiter, Tzedek, like I mentioned before. And you know what's really important? Jupiter starting his retrograde. Mercury will be starting his retrograde on September 10th. But what magical on September 3rd and 18th, they're going to have real conversation between each other, real exchange energy, and as well on October 12th. So definitely use this opportunity, guys. Now we have in other good days, we have September 11 and 12, we're going to have Moon with Jupiter conjunct, which is amazing. And let us go over here. I'm going to show you guys. Let's go right now by a little bit. This is September 2nd I have. Let's check a little bit what's happened with Moon. Of course, we do have Mars squaring Sun, and we have couple, Now, on September, we need to remember this is what's happening here. On September 3rd, we have Moon in opposition with Mars. Okay, guys, and Moon in Scorpio. So September 3rd, it's going to be a little bit reactive. Maybe you're going to move a little bit reactive as well, because as well as September 2nd, Moon was conjunct with Rahu, with Ketu, which is we already passed that on September 2nd. Let me show you. You see? September 2nd, which is tomorrow, Moon conjunct. Let's go, guys, over Moon very quickly, because I do have a surprise for you. By end of this video, I'm going to put 17 minutes video of one of the teachers who I really like. His name, Yehuda Magen. He's been a teacher in Kabbalah Center over 30 years. And I really love his lessons from Ariya Kadosh, Arizal, and he's one of the greatest Kabbalists in the 16th century who really brought Kabbalah to very simple, mundane levels. So this is how we start to study Kabbalah. Simple people and people without a lot of knowledge was able to little bit start to touch the Kabbalistic knowledge. It's called Lurianic Kabbalah. And he's given a really amazing teacher, and from such a different direction and with so much depth and simplicity. What's happened to our soul when we're going to sleep? What's really we receive from the studies? Why it's so important for soul to receive the knowledge, and what's happened to these souls? How much protection we're getting, and how we elevating ourselves from completely different place than we actually never even think it's possible. So if you completely new to Kabbalistic knowledge, you can, I recommend just to listen to this video until to the end. You will see there's going to be such a beautiful kick by the end of this video, and I hope you guys will enjoy as much I did. Okay, so let's go through the moon. So we have September 3rd, moon now in opposition. So remember, September 2nd, even though we do have amazing as Jupiter will be, having conversation with Mercury, but in the same time, we have a moon in Scorpio. So just be aware. And moon's going to be in Scorpio there until September 4th. Then moon jumping to Sagittarius September 6th. And she's going to be there until September 6th. September 7th, she's moving to Capricorn, and she's having almost perfect conjunctions with Pluto. So September 7th, it's like, okay day. So you just be aware. Okay, if you're going to feel a little bit heavy energy, because she's going to be moving toward Saturn next day. So after she's with Pluto, she's going to have more energy with Saturn. So, moon with Saturn is a little bit heavy. Even on the physical level, people can feel a little bit heavy. Then we have moon on September 9, which is, I love it. She's in Aquarius, and she's going to touch River of Life on September 10th. And what's really amazing, remember, River of Life in Aquarius, when Aquarius has a barrel with water, inside of the water, it's a very sacred degree, which is giving us amazing opportunity to even connect to our ancestral lineage, to our past lives, to everything we accomplish on a spiritual level and to meditate and to ask for divine inspiration, for psychic ability. Because remember, we're not supposed to go to any psychic to ask about our future. There's a reason why veil close in for our perspective. We need to open our own veil on our own. This is the whole. This is according to Kabbalah, Kabbalistic knowledge. This is why you need to study in order to open your own veil, your own vision. Okay, so this is excellent day, guys. Now we have September 11. We're going to Moon is getting to Pisces, and she's going to be close to Jupiter. It's beautiful. I like it. And then she's going to be on September 12th as well. So it's excellent. I'm just right now connecting to Moon only, okay, guys, because it's connected to our emotional level, our subconscious, really important. Now on September 13, Moon gonna start already to still in Pisces. She's going to be a little bit emotional. Well, this is what is really Moon about, right? And then we have September 14, Moon in Aquarius, and she's very close to Rahu and not far from Uranus. It's going to be a little bit difficult on emotional level. Just watch your reactive system, and you may be going to be challenging a little bit with sleep. And special, don't forget about the full moon, right? We always have few days before and few days after. And then we have a moon. She's getting closer to Mars, September 16. You see those period of time, this window, we have to be kind of careful and not to get in conflict with anyone. And now when September 17, it's actually excellent day for business decision, but not best day to get any deep conversation or confrontation with anyone for sure. Neither with yourself, guys, okay? Because it's important. And I want us to understand something. Even though despite what's happened with Moon, but the positive days I want to mention, we have September 11, September 12. Then we have September 17, 20th, 25th, and 30th. Now, what's really important about September 30th, Mercury is going to be joined with Venus. And interesting enough, it's called yoga of diplomat. It's really, really good for negotiation, for communication, really good. Okay, so I just want to mention. And let's see what next going to with the moon. Then moon getting to Gemini on September 18. She's going to stay there until September 20th. And then we have in Cancer, moon in Cancer, September 21st. And it's interesting. We're going to have, we need to open our hearts even more before Rosh Hashanah. And Cosmos really, really helping us. I'm looking what's happening in the map and how every combination happening. It's almost like you look at the table have 4 legs, and soon one leg trying to fold, there's another leg right away coming to hold it. This is beautiful. It's really like someone create computer system for us, whoever was the creator was working on the creation, and it's such a high intelligent, helping us before really preparing for the Rosh Hashanah. And then we have she's getting to Leo. Just make sure on September 23rd it's can be a little bit conflicted energy internal, so make sure you're aware of that. And then we have September 24th. She's actually very mystical moon. She's really almost touching the star of Zosma, star of astrologer, and I actually like it. And then we have moon conjunct on September 26th on Rosh Hashanah. Look what's happening here. Look at this combination. What's happening? We have Venus, we have Mercury, we have Sun, and we have Moon. Is it beautiful or what? Sorry, guys, my children here. So, and look at this combination, September 26th. Do I say more? It's unbelievable. And this is the one of the most important day of the year. Just for you, just even make a screenshot for yourself, just to remember this moment. This is what's happened. While we're going to talk to Creator with our prayers, this is what's happening in the sky. So we're going to have so much divine inspiration. We're going to have, we're going to have unusual way to be open in order to change. And then we have September 27, another very important day. Moon will stay in Virgo and everything. And then we have Moon move to Libra on September 28th, and she's going to stay in Libra until September 30th. On September 30th, she's moving to Scorpio. Okay, guys, I'm going to conclude my video right now. I hope this information will great service to you. Just mark your calendar, just pay attention and enjoy the video following. And I'm looking forward to see you and to interact with you soon. Bye-bye.
You know, especially this week, you know, before we're starting the process towards Rosh Hashanah. So it's always too good to do a study, but generally any study we do, spiritual study from the Zohar, of one of the writings, the reason it's important to do a study because the study allows the soul to connect to the light of the Creator. I don't know if you watch stand-up comedy. I don't know which stand-up comedy you like, in Hebrew or in English or in Spanish. But if you ever watch stand-up comedy, I'm sure the reason you watch stand-up comedy is because it makes you laugh. And sometimes you need to laugh, right? So you listen to something on YouTube, or somebody sends you something funny, stand-up comedy. And when you listen to it, it makes you really laugh. But the whole purpose of the stand-up comedy, it's not really important what the guy is saying, because usually what they speak about is something that's really totally not important. The important thing is it helps you to take you out of the day-to-day and to really connect to something funny, to make you happy, however you want to call it. So the same thing, the reason we study is never because of the study. The study itself is not important, even though it seems like very holy books with a W. But the purpose of a study is to awaken the soul to cleave to the light of the Creator. Because again, the light of the Creator is not something physical, and the soul is not something physical. So always when we do a study, it allows the soul to cleave to the light of the Creator. So I say it in the beginning, and I'm going to say it hopefully in the completion of the study. And I do this study again, I do this study because the study I chose, it's something relate why it's important to study. It's from the Ari. It's from volume 1, it's called The Tree of Life, Etz HaChaim. It's called Echal Adam Kadmon Shar Tamim Nekudot Tagim Veotiot. It's the gate of Tet Nun Taf Aleph. I'll read and translate. לכן נקרא אבנים נקבות. So that's why it's called stones females. אם שהם בחינת זעיר אנפין וזכר, וזה סוד, בידך הפקיד רוחי. So we know there's a verse we said before we go to sleep, that we give our spirit in the hand of the Creator. כי הרוח עולה בסודמן למעלה. Because when a person goes to sleep, his spirit goes up to the upper world. אך הנפש נשארת למטה עם הגוף. And the nefesh stays down with the body. So we know in Kabbalah that the light of the Creator have different vessels that reveal the light practically in this world. So the level of the nefesh is the level that is in the body. The level of the ruach is the spirit, is more the spiritual level. And there's of course higher level like the soul and so on. But the day-to-day when we're not dealing with the neshama level, that is a very elevated level that connects to Kabbalah. Usually day-to-day we deal with the level of the nefesh and the ruach. The nefesh is again the energy within the body, and the spirit is the ruach, is the energy within the spirit. That means when you're awake, you're thinking about things. So when we go to sleep, again, the spirit goes up. That's what we say, we give our spirit to you. We say in Shema on the bed, we give our spirit to you. And the nefesh, the lowest level, stays in the body. אומנם מה שהייתה הנפש מתפשט בתוך הגוף. So he's saying there, what the nefesh is spread in all the body. So we know the nefesh is the energy. It's an energy of the Creator. We know the body is physical, right? So the nefesh is actually energy of the Creator. It's called nefesh. They spread in the different parts of the body. אומנם מה שהייתה הנפש מתפשט תוך הגוף בשסה גידים, שהוא אדם. So he's saying there that the nefesh is spread in the whole body, and the 365 ligaments. So we have 365 ligaments in the body, and that's where the nefesh is spread, and that's the blood. He says that's the blood. So the blood has 365 ligaments, and that's where the nefesh is spread in the body. בסוד כי אדם הוא הנפש, because we know, it says in the Torah, that the blood is the nefesh. אתה מסתלק משם ונאמר, אני ישנה בגימטריה שסה. So now when you go to sleep, it says, I'm sleeping. In Hebrew, I'm sleeping. אני ישנה, I'm sleeping. ישנה is numerical value, exactly 365. Sleeping in Hebrew, yeshena, means female aspect. Sleeping is 365. כי השסה גידים של אדם הוא מהנקבה נקרא אני. So the Ari says that the 365 ligaments of the blood is the female aspect. That's called me. Right? So it's the female aspect. So as we said, I'm sleeping. Sleeping is 365 numerical value. Why? Because there are 365 ligaments in the body, and they have blood in them, and they are female aspect. That's where the nefesh is. Them yeshenim. They are sleeping. So what is sleeping? That nefesh within that ligaments, right, within that blood goes to sleep. ומסתלק כל כוח הנפש בתוך הלב לבדו. And then, when we go to sleep, all the power of the nefesh leave all the parts of the body, the Ari says, and it goes away from all the parts of the body and goes into the heart, only in the heart. So again, as you said, when a person is awake, the energy of the nefesh is the whole 365 parts of the body, the ligaments that have blood, that's the nefesh. When he goes to sleep, it's the same numerical value, 365. Sleeping means that 365 of the nefesh will go away from the different parts of the body, and they all gather themselves in the heart. ובזה תבין למה האדם מתעורר תכף מתוך שנתו. And now you can understand why somebody, when he wakes up straight from his sleep, כי אין לו צורך רק שיתפשט מן הלב בתוך הגידים. So when a person wakes up from sleeping, the only thing that needs to be is that the nefesh will go from the heart to the different parts of the body, right? To the 365 ligaments. וזה סיבת האדם שמצטער כשהאדום מונחת על ליבו בשנתו. So he's saying there is sometimes people are having sorrow. Like you went to something that day, you have sorrow, somebody told you, and when usually people sleep in sorrow, they put their hand on their heart. וזה סיבת האדם מצטער כשהאדום מונחת על ליבו בשנתו, כי הנפש אינו יכולה לדפוק על ידי אדם בשאר האיברים. So the reason the person puts his hand on his heart when somebody has a sorrow, right? Because his nefesh cannot go back to the different parts of the body. ואז האדם צועק ואינו יכול לקום מעליו. And then the person is shouting, right? And the person is shouting, so he puts his hand on his heart and he's asleep, but basically the parts of the nefesh cannot go to the other parts of the body. ואז האדם צועק, and then suddenly the person is shouting, ואינו יכול לקום אליו. He cannot get up by himself. עד שיקראו ויעוררו נפשו. So till somebody is not going to call him, because of the sorrow, the nefesh cannot leave the heart, and he cannot get up. I don't know if you ever had this situation like this. Somebody, now you're trying to wake yourself up, or somebody will try to wake you up, but the reason is, the Ari says, is because the nefesh cannot leave, and you need to call her. Somebody needs to shout on you. Like that's why you see sometimes people shouting when they're sleeping. The reason is, the Ari says they're shouting is because the nefesh is clogged in the heart, and she cannot go out. ואז האדם צועק ואינו יכול לקום מאליו. He cannot get up by himself. That's why a lot of people cannot get up by themselves. עד שיקראו ויעוררו את נפשו. So that's why a lot of people, you go to them, you wake them up. Why they cannot wake up by themselves? Now you can understand why you need to wake somebody up, why they cannot wake up by themselves, because the nefesh cannot go back because they have sorrow on their heart. The sorrow, so the nefesh cannot go back because it's clogged in the heart. ואז יכול להתפשט באיבריו בכוח חוזק הקריאה. So when you're calling, the Ari says, when you're calling the person, what it does, it allows the nefesh to be released. Like you're calling the person, it allows the nefesh to be released from the heart, and it goes back to the different parts of the body, and that's how the person wakes up. וזה סוד פרשת פנחס דף רכ"ב, כי בלילה תרין דגן עדן סתימין. That's why it's written in portion of Pinchas that the gates at night, that the gates of the Garden of Eden are blocked. Dinun and in the liba. So he's saying this is the gates of the heart, that they are blocked. Kegavna de tevat Noach, and he gives the measurement that the heart is exactly the story of Noach Ark, right? Everybody goes to Noach Ark, cannot go out. So he's saying at night, everybody goes to the heart, and that's what the Zohar said, they cannot go out, like Noach Ark. וכל נהרים סתימין בגבי, and everything is blocked, cannot go out. That's why a lot of people want to study at night. A lot of people wake up. They can't wake up at night. They cannot wake up even in the morning. They need somebody to call them. They need the clock to wake up them like 3 times snooze. How you call it? Snoozy? Right? So to wake them up because they cannot wake up. והנון מלאכים המתפשטים בכל עבר גופה. And he says that's the angels that go in all the parts of the body. כולו סתימין בליבה. So he's saying all the angels that goes in the parts of the body, they're all stuck and clogged in the heart. כי הנפש יש בה אחיזה לקליפות. Why? Because the nefesh attached because of what happened during the day. Now you can understand how important before you go to sleep to do there's a special prayer you do to cleanse yourself, and there's a certain thing you're supposed to really forgive everybody. Why? Everything you did during the day. Because if not, the nefesh now has all the klipot, all the negative forces. That means everything people told you, and your nefesh got, oh, you were upset, you weren't upset, you accept, you didn't accept. All these attachments, now they sit on the nefesh, and they hold the nefesh not to leave the heart. כנפש באחיזה לקליפות, בהיותה בלי רוח, and now the nefesh doesn't have the spirit to wake it up and to control it and to take over. בסוד גם בלא דעת נפש לא טוב. And we know without consciousness it's not good to have a nefesh. לכן נסגרת ונסתמת כוחותיה בתוך הלב. So why this nefesh is running to this heart? Because the spirit leaves the body, and without consciousness, it's very painful for the nefesh to be out in the body. So the nefesh goes back to the body and get close, like in Noach Ark, inside the heart. Do we all understand? That's why many times at night we feel asleep. We want to go to. Why we want to go to sleep? The reason we want to go to sleep, our nefesh is telling, listen, there's so many klipot, there were so many things during the day. You are so tired. The nefesh cannot take it because the spirit. Because at night, if you want or not, your ruach is leaving. So even if you watch TV or you not watch TV, you go to sleep or you don't go to sleep, it doesn't matter, but the ruach is going to leave because that's the night. The ruach is going to leave, and now the nefesh feels no protection. So the nefesh wants to, that's how we feel so tired, to go to sleep, because the nefesh wants to go quickly to the Noach Ark, to the heart, and to close the gates, because the nefesh feels no protection because of the klipot. לכן נסתם ונסגרת היא וכוחותיה תוך הלב, מתוך מפני המבול המזיקין. That's why it speaks about Noach Ark, about the flood. Because the water of the flood are actually creating negativity. So that's the story of the Noach Ark. This is the whole story that the nefesh every night needs protection. That's why it runs to the heart, because there's a flood of negative energy. Because again, the ruach is not there. Again, I remind you, I'm going to say it in the end, the purpose of the study is to connect to the light. והעניין הוא כי בהיותה מתפשטת נאחזים בה בסגירתה אין מי שיוכל לנהוג מהם. So when the nefesh is in the heart, the nefesh feels protection. בסוד גן נעול, אחותי כלה, גל נעול מעין חתום. That's why it's written about a garden that is locked. And the reason it's locked, it's become like a seal and protection. והבן זה בסוד חותם בתוך חותם שצריך ליין כדי שלא יתנסך. והבן איך קרא לקוחות הנפש מלאכים. And you need to understand, that's why it's called the power of the nefesh angels, שמברידי אדם שלוחי הנפש. And I'm repeating it, and I'll translate. That's what you should understand, that the power of the nefesh is the angels that goes in the vein of the blood. And this is the messengers of the nefesh. So the angels are the messengers of the nefesh that goes inside the blood, like the blood vein. So the angels go in the blood vein, and they are the messengers of the nefesh. And again, I said I do these teachings from the Ari. It's very powerful before Rosh Hashanah, so we understand how important it is to study. Why it's important to do spiritual study? Because that's the only way, as we always learn in the center, as we said, like a stand-up comedy, it allows the soul to have more consciousness, so the soul will have more protection, and it can protect the ruach and the nefesh on the lower level, so the klipot warner, because now we understand it's not really like, how you say, it's fun or a cherry thing, because without a study, the soul cannot connect to the light of the Creator, and we cannot protect ourselves from the klipot. And we do need to do that every day. So again, every time we do a study, it's very important. The study, again, is not important. Because many times we get stuck, I understand the study, I don't understand the study. The reason many times we don't understand the study is related to what we study now, because sometimes the energy of the study, you study something from the Zohar, or from the Ari, or from other books, Hebrew, English, of the Kabbalah. And the reason you study and you don't understand it, because all the energy of the study goes for cleansing of the nefesh from the klipot. And we need that. Only purified people, that's why a lot of people cannot understand the study, because the soul needs protection. And only when you really got enough protection, then you can get some consciousness. But understand that even though you say, I'm not understanding it, you need the study. The soul needs protection. The nefesh needs the protection, so the rest of the day it can sleep and go in the process better, and you will less use your alarm clock. Shabbat shalom.